Hello everybody, it is Sunday the 4th of December. I want to talk about being the light of this world. And I also want to talk about going deeper into the darkness to find the light. I've been talking about that a few times and I've said that is nonsense. If you go deeper into the darkness, all you will find is darkness. Actually, I was wrong. I've seen a meaning to those words where it is actually true. It is actually what we're doing. We are going deeper into the darkness to find the light. And we might find the light in the end. But it is still not a terribly good way of doing things. So the light in this world, if we are to become the light of this world, that means we need to be who we are, who we naturally are. Then we become the light. Because naturally, the law of love your neighbor as yourself, the law of do no harm, the 10 commandments, you shall not steal, you shall not kill. For most of us, those laws are naturally written into our hearts. And we should live in this world according to our heart. Now what has happened in this world is that corporate law, if you see this as common law, corporate law has put itself above the common law. And corporate law is depicted in the Bible as the will of the Lord God. He is the embodiment of corporate law. When he says, when his commandment is that we should subdue nature, that we should rule over this world, that we should have dominion, and that everything is for us, and that his will shall be done, and that he will justify whatever is done under that intention. That's corporate law. And he's the embodiment of it. And that is what people don't see. They worship a thing whilst in this world being opposed to it. And they're not seeing that they're one and the same. It is not, if it's done up there, it's good, and if it's done here, it's bad. They are operating under the same law. Now, as I said, we keep going deeper and deeper into darkness that is being ruled over by corporate law. And corporate law in the end is destructive. It will destruct its own structure that it builds every time. And we are in those structures and we're working in those structures, and it is only when the structure collapses that we find our light. And you can see that in this world if there are earthquakes or other natural disasters where people pull together. When the structure of law and everything else has broken down or is not yet there to help, people will naturally start helping each other. In earthquakes, they will start sifting through the rubble. If there are floods, you see groups of people trying to pull others out of the water. Stuff like that. So it is only when the darkness of corporate law collapses that our true light shines through. And do we really have to do this over and over again? And how deep do we have to go into this darkness that is rising around us now? Do we have to wait until we are in a complete disaster before our true light shines through and we start helping each other? I mean, the beast is the abomination that causes desolation every time, because it builds structures that will collapse. Right now, that's the thing, people are not seeing it. Yeah, they're seeing corporate law, common law in this world. They're not seeing it in the book on a higher level. So in this world right now, and again, say, you're looking for the one man, then know that Elohim is plural. It's not just one man. There are several that are working under that intention to rule over. And what they are building will serve to rule over. A very good example at the moment are the jabs, the medicines, yeah? And people go and say, if you're an anti-medicine person, think about what was done before, the ones against all these illnesses like smallpox and stuff like that, and how effective they were, and how they brought, how they helped humanity, which they did. But those medicines back then were found under a different intention. The people then, the scientists then, were actually filled with the desire to help, to serve, to save. And what they found, the knowledge they found, was according to their desire. And it worked according to their desire. They were given according to their desire. What is out there now is born out of a completely different desire. It is not born out of the desire to save, but it was born, whatever their desire is, to reduce humanity's number or whatever. And it works according to the intention. And it is very much a case of those that work this, that, they are justified. My intention shall justify the means. So you must see which law these things are operating under and what the intended outcome is. And according to that, whatever they bring up will work. I mean, we are still deluded thinking that if somebody brings up medicine, they're obviously trying to save. No. That is naive to think that. That is not their intention. So at the moment, and if the likes of Klaus Schwab has his way with stakeholder capitalism, that means the corporations are the ones that are ruling, and then we are completely under corporate law. And the law will serve the corporations, no longer human life. Whatever serves what they want, whether that be riches or control or whatever, it will serve that intention. It will not serve us. And as I said, we're going deeper and deeper into the darkness, being ruled over by this beast, which is corporate law. How far do we have to go? But right now, there's nobody even thinking about it in these terms, and people are being caught in thinkings, like in religion. As I said, that they're being told it is the will of God. Yeah? And it is you that is inherently sinful. No, you are inherently good. But what is oppressing you, making you do things the wrong way, forcing you, deceiving you, that is what is wrong. But as I said, religion teaches you are sinful. It's all your fault. So people that are caught in that will not see the truth and will not rise up. Spiritualists, again, there's an awful lot of them that see this body, this existence is just something you need to get out of. No, the light is within you. Common law, the law of the Ten Commandments is within you. It's in your heart. You just need to rise up and be that. This is not something we need to go get out of. This is something we need to get right. I mean, and then, as I said, transhumanism, yeah, which will also and try to destroy this. Now, people say that they go into transhumanism because they think that this is inferior. Yeah, they're going around, saying that the human body as it stands is an inferior machine. And that is why they're trying to change it into something. That is not their thinking, nor is it their intention. They know that this machine will always create trouble for them, because it will rise up at some point when it's deep enough in the darkness and in enough pain, instead of being aware of itself. But that's why they're trying to destroy it, because they are the intention of, I want to rule over everything, I want to have everything, and everything will serve me, and our nature as it stands will not do that. That's why they're trying. They know that it is not inferior, but superior to their desire. That's why they're trying to destroy it. That's their real thinking. There are only very, very few that would say accept ourselves as we are and find out what we are actually contains. That is the way we must go. And then we become the light of this world, when we are the truth of ourselves. When we are truly ourselves and being ruled over by the law that is natural to us. And that is good. That is good. So how far do we have to go into this darkness before our light will finally shine through? I mean, first of all, we need to get people out of the wrong thinking, but make them aware of what is good and bad, because that is the question at the very bottom of this. It's the very first question that Eve asked. And that question to most people is not answered. And you cannot build anything until they clearly see what is actually good and bad, and then start acting under the correct law. And that is the law of man. That is the law of our nature. Anyway, I think I leave it at this for today. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.